I just shot a coyote. I don't know how good my shot was. I was sitting here, just quiet as can be, squirrels everywhere, and then I saw something out of the corner of my eye move, and it was brown. Well, I assumed it was a deer. And I looked up, and it was a big coyote, dark brown. And I had already ranged that exact spot where he was, and that's why it's so important. When you get in the tree, when you've got that quiet time, go ahead and get your rangefinder out and range your spots. Know where your yardage is, because it doesn't work like it does a lot of times on TV when you see them 500 yards out and you've got 15 minutes to range your spots. And you're hunting, especially like we are here in Kentucky. You don't have that kind of time. 9 times out of 10, you're going to take the shot within a minute or 2 minutes of when you first see that deer, so you don't have time to range it after you see it. So I had already ranged that specific spot and knew that it was 30 yards. Took the shot. Wasn't sure about it. He came in about 25 yards. Smelled something funny and took off. So about the time he got to that 30-yard spot, I pulled the trigger. I actually jumped down, heard him run over the hill. I went, saw my arrow, looked at my arrow, smelled it, and it's blood. It's complete pass-through. So I trailed some blood for maybe 5 yards and then came back to the tree. So I'm going to give it some time. I mean, it's still early. It's before 9 o'clock. And it's still 60 degrees or below, so I'm okay. So we'll see. So we'll get down, I don't know, a half hour or an hour and go see how far we can track some blood. So awesome if I can get my first coyote, because I hate coyotes. I'm a cat person, and I've lost 4 cats to them, so it would be nice to get a little vindication. So we'll see. When I'm talking about having a hard time tracking this coyote, here's what I'm talking about. If you can pan down here and look, that is the kind of blood that we're finding. And it's really difficult because the leaves are starting to change a little bit. You've got a lot of brown on the ground. Leaves like this, and leaves with the spots on it that look like blood. So I'm afraid this is going to be a long track and a slow track, but I hate coyotes, and I shot one. It was my first one with an arrow, so I'm gonna find it. I've never tracked a coyote before, but they make me nervous in general, just because I know what they do to small animals, and I've heard about them coming around people. Knowing you're tracking a wounded animal, hopefully he's dead, but we keep coming up on big piles of blood, and we think we're going to find him, and then it goes back down to small blood again. And the scary thing is, scared to death, we're going to come up on a mad, wounded coyote, and he's a big one. So, that's a little bit nervous at this point. Well, here she is, after probably the longest, hardest track ever. She went through thickets, down a hill, up a hill, across a tree, and the funny thing is she ended up laying right in the road in the 4-wheeler trail. At the bottom of the hill, but not the best shot in the world, but got a coyote laying here, and it was my first 30-yard shot, so it's been a good day.